Alright, so I just wanted to show everybody at the beginning of this. Originally, I had done a lot of edits for this, and then I kind of just took them back because it just doesn't make sense. I put, like, not a ton. It was 3 or 4 of the same pictures that I kept flashing on the screen with his progression and stuff. And you know what? That's just dumb. If you want to know how far this player came, go to this video, go check the first version out, the first episode. You can see, and you can compare and contrast. You don't even have to watch this whole video. You can just go look at his progression and then, snap forward to the current video. And if you enjoyed the discussion, it will be helpful for new players, obviously. But yeah, that's it. So this was the first video of it. Go ahead and go check that out if you want to know where this player came from. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And also shout out to 240 subscribers, guys. I mean, we made like 50 subscribers in 2-3 weeks or something like that. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Alright guys, so this video is a check-in with the player that we did the new player, I'm going to flash it on screen, new player perspective video. We just want to check in with him, see how his progress has gone. He's been playing the game for probably a couple months now. And yeah, let's just kind of get right into it. So why don't we start where we left off. The last time we talked, you wanted to push a couple different characters into the front runners, which were, I think, the Gunslinger, the Artist, and the Slayer. And I think you were backpedaling the Sharpshooter, the Arcanist, and a couple other characters.
Yeah, so initially I was going to use I was going to push Artist up front just because the support life is easy. And then I was going to do Gunslinger and Arcana, but Arcana kind of got up there faster through a little bit of luck. And I was going to do the Slayer, but it's too expensive and the support's running out, so I just kind of left it there for now. It has some of the material to craft the ancient pieces, but I'm just kind of leaving it at 1490 for now.
Okay. So I see that you also, the last time we talked, I think I had said, like, you should probably do Chaos Dungeons because you need silver. And
Yeah.
at the time, it still took gold when we had talked last time to get 1490s, but since they changed it over to silver, I can see that you clearly got a lot more 1490s.
Yeah, I had materials saved to push everything to 1490 pretty much, except the Bard.
Now, did you play relatively, not religiously, but did you play a lot? Did you play an average amount? I mean, actually, your roster level is 94, so you didn't play too much.
Yeah, I played regularly, but not too. I just did like rested dailies and played some of the raids. A lot of them I left undone, honestly. Like I could probably be a lot further ahead if I was more diligent.
No, but that's good. It's actually better when you have the bar low and then you still accomplish a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you said you played every single day, 7 days a week, and this was what you got, I'd be sad, right? I'm not saying what you got.
Mostly what I slack on is honestly the raiding, because the gatekeeping gets annoying. I don't like sitting in the lobby for hours.
Do you think that that's because of your builds, eye level, or roster level?
Probably a mixture. Like my gunslinger is still 4x3+1, so like people aren't a big fan. So the support gets into whatever it wants. My sharpshooter, it got gate kept. It got gate kept like last week because I was 1475, and then when I pushed it to 1490, it didn't get gate kept anymore. And I think it's only having level 5 gems on my DPS is probably it, and maybe cards, but.
For normal, honestly, level 5s can cut it. Especially now that they're giving you the Ancient set. People are undervaluing how much of a boost the Ancient set was compared to the regular Brawl set.
Yeah, but I was like my sharpshooter when the 1490 update came out. He was 1475, and they wouldn't let him in to Vicus.
To Vicus, oof.
To Vicus.
The gatekeeping is kind of stiff sometimes. I don't know why it's like that.
Sometimes it's just whoever the person in charge is. You just gotta get unlucky. But it also something to note that I never make the group. I always just try to join off other people.
True. I get gate kept too sometimes, so I just make the group. Like this week, actually, my Zerker has like 5-piece Kyango, and they still gate kept me. So
if I made the group, I don't think I'd struggle as much.
Okay, so let's talk about last time we spoke. I don't remember what characters you wanted to be your main, quote unquote, or like what characters you wanted to focus. And has that changed? And if it has changed, why? I know we talked off camera, but
yeah, it changed because I think I've been enjoying my Arcana the most, so I was gonna make that. I was gonna do still a support main to have the highest stuff, and then I was gonna do Arcana as like a second main, pretty much, and the rest of them were kind of.
Could you justify all that? So
Gotta
you.
justify it.
So why did you do like I know why, but like why did you choose what you did? So you said you're gonna push the artist as your more or less your higher level, your main, not your
Yeah,
main, but your like secret main.
it'll take less investment to get into the current content, and I can get away with what's on it now, like 4x3. I
So
think it'll be
lower
fine.
bar, basically.
Yeah, there's a lower bar for supports.
You can actually do your content, really.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So that's a recommendation I would probably make to a lot of players.
it just
Several
lets
new
you
players.
pump more like raw resources into like gearing a strong DPS.
Also true, right? Because you have more farm time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't. So what happened with the? I guess the Slayer. I was kind of trying to bring that out of you. Also, I really love your skin design. I love when people go with off colors, like things like that, and it looks really nice. The maroon with the gold looks perfect.
Honestly, that's the Chaos Dungeon skins. That's what it is. Like the ones that drop. That's just what.
No way,
That's
really?
just,
That's funny.
yeah, it comes out straight like that.
It looks nice. I mean, I can't
Oh
complain.
no.
I like your sharpshooter too. The red looks kind of sleek. I haven't seen anybody use that coloring.
Oh, another thing about the Slayer, I'm just dropping because I can't afford it.
I
I'd have
mean,
to
your
wait like
gunslinger looks
months.
badass too. She looks like Blackfang.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's only one skin on the character, and it's Arcana, and I bought them off the market. Everything else is just the default stuff and a Makoko.
They look pretty good for defaults though.
Yeah,
But sorry, yeah,
but
back to the Slayer. I
the
apologize.
Slayer is just it's too expensive to gear. I can't warrant I don't enjoy it enough to want to spend 15k per book, or have to wait to get to 1540 to actually gear it. I'll probably do it eventually, but it's just gonna sit there for a while at 1490.
1490 is a great parking spot, in my opinion. So, because the Chaos
And
Dungeon's all the value you really need
yeah,
sometimes.
like I said, I have like some of the material to craft the pieces, but I just haven't done it.
Well, with the update now too, you can send stuff between your roster without fions.
Yeah,
So
I was waiting for that too to see if I'd get some drops, but nothing really helping me out yet.
except cheesy drops too. You know, you can always use
Yeah,
not as good
I'm
as
saved.
drops.
I have a bunch of stones saved for when people FOMO Aeromancer, I have like Hitmaster, Adrenaline, and stuff. All saved on all the characters.
Some quick profits. Could
Yeah,
you flip to the second page? Where's the 5?
yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't think that this probably grew that much, but just so everyone can kind of get perspective. Okay, do you want to go back and then jump into some of these characters so we can see? Have you made any changes on them since the last time we talked? I guess.
Oh, another note is I made a second Arcana. I was thinking about I made a second Arcana. I was gonna maybe play 2 in my main 6 and just like swap gems when the new Express comes out.
I think for any players that want to play less time on the game, that is the way to do it.
Yeah, gems are kind of rough. I was either gonna do that, the Machinist, or the Bard. I couldn't decide because the AT Scout is really fun.
I'm really sad because we had a person who was with us a long time ago that quit, and he was really intelligent in how he played, and that's why it sucked that he quit. But he had 2 Scouters, 2 Shadow Hunters, like all transformed 2 gem classes, and he loved it and he loved the game. But the toxicity of gatekeeping kind of got him to quit.
Yeah, those are rough classes now for gatekeeping. People are not a fan.
Which sucks because we're not even really at the peak scale. Like
No,
people keep saying that
no,
they
we're
fell
not
off.
even close to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they're not really falling off yet. They're just starting to hit that point where
You can't really fall off in normal content, honestly.
in normal, yeah, probably. Well, I think it's not necessarily fall
Like, I
off.
think
It's that like let's say let's say we're reaching for the same bar. The Shadow Hunter or those types of classes are going to stop at the bar sooner than like the bar is higher for the other classes, I guess, because of the tripod scaling and stuff like that. What I meant by that was that we're not there yet. Like we're getting to that point right now where a level 10 gemmed Shadow Hunter Demonic Impulse would be able to just barely compete with somebody who is all level 10s.
all level 10s would win.
Max tripod. Yeah, 100%. But we're not. The majority of the players don't have that. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So we're just getting to that point where people are starting to really get a couple level 10s on their characters. So that's why when people are like, "Oh, our version, the Shadow Hunter, and everything's just bad," all of a sudden, no, not really. Like at the top level, they should still be able to compete for the most part, damage wise. And if they're not, they're like 1 or 2% behind the rest of the classes. The gap is created in Korea. That's where the gap is where they just have so many different things that make the other characters better at this point. And that's all BS, right? Like I'm just guessing at that, but that is reasonably logical. So you're gonna buy a tripod? I would love to.
No, I'm selling it.
Oh, I've never sold a tripod, straight up.
I sell the Slayer ones.
That's a good idea. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, you weren't the person who was doing all the Slayer books. The guy who had like, what happened to
No,
him?
I didn't drop. I don't know, but I think he was lying, man. I dropped one book the
No,
whole time I've
bro.
been
He
playing this
played
character.
6 Slayers. He had
I
6
don't
of
care.
them.
I haven't dropped a class book in weeks.
He made me want to do it. Well, I think they
Yes.
boost the class books when classes get dropped. I think they make the odds a little higher and they skew
Mine
it.
was not dropping anything.
But he was sending me pictures, man. I swear to you,
I
he was
dropped
sending me
one.
photos. He was
He's
getting
just-
mad books.
He's the GOAT. I don't
He
know
was the
what to
go. He made me want to do it. I was like, I might make a new class every or a new account every release.
say. You can try it. That'd be interesting. But
No, I'm not actually.
just make 6 Aeromancers. Good luck. Both of the books will be expensive.
Let's. I don't know what to target. The guns. You said your class was still a 4x3.
Yeah, it's 4x3 plus 1. Peons are a little expensive right now.
Fions are extremely expensive right now. That's true because you are on the freer side, if not completely free, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Other
I
than
only have
maybe,
43 right now. They're adding up as the weeks go on.
Sure, Fions have always kind of been a hard thing to do. In the sense that I am a whale in that regard, or like a baby dolphin, that's where I don't struggle
I've
as
thought
hard.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, because you can buy your Fions. So that is huge. I'm not gonna like take all the characters I run. I did send a lot of stuff from character to character, but I did it when we had the Fion cost, so it did. Fions hurt. They really do.
They're just everything's kind of inflated right now, so it's a little rough.
It is. You're on East though, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's still expensive.
The good thing though is that the market's also kind of going up, so you can sell stuff for a little bit more.
Yeah, I have 2 level 7 gems I'm just sitting on.
Quite the stockpile of resources too.
Yeah, I haven't used like any of the past stuff.
All right,
But yeah, I have a lot of shards on this character.
Swap to your gunslinger and your arcanist. But back on that concept, you could totally do that. If you want to swap the another arcanist in, I actually think it would be really helpful. Because here's the thing, this is what people don't get, is if you're planning on playing the game for a year or two, making that short period of sacrifice early on by having 2, maybe even 3 of the same type of character.
I'll say, saving on gems later is a big deal.
And you can gear characters in the background. That's the other thing. So if you wanted to play another character...
I wanted to re-gear this character anyways, like with better accessory, like better quality, when I hit the ancient stuff. At least, or maybe even just do it now, so I could just send the accessories that are on this one to the other one.
Exactly, yeah.
Just cut a stone.
Oh my god, without the Fion cost?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it's actually 100% true. Like, playing... Oh man, dude, I'm going to make a new account just to show how quick you can get an account up and running, I think. And that's without all those good passes we had way back when, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, are you getting gate kept with that?
This, no.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way, because that's actually a solid
broken.
build. I have secondary characters that need their brawl sets. I'll totally jump in with you, and we could try to do something.
Yeah, this class is really good. It's a lot of fun. And
just flip switch to the next character.
Yeah, I don't have too much here.
190k shards though, so she is kind of at a standstill, I think. Not really.
It's just that the Slayer had so many shards initially from that pass is honestly what it was. I've been playing everything. Like, I don't have any Chaos Dungeon rested on anything, except like Bard has 1.
Yeah, so you stopped playing the Guardian raids too. That's funny.
I can't.
They're just not worth it. Well, they're not value-wise.
Especially
they're not worth
now,
it,
like I would do it if everyone was geared, but now it's just jail in there.
Oh yeah, actually, somebody told me that. They were like, I was in a Caligos, yesterday, and they were like, and the guy had no gems, a 2-3.
No, he's no gems. Yeah, I told you that.
Was it? Yeah, okay, it was you that told me.
I tried to play everybody through it once, so I could at least use the ships and the stronghold.
If you ever need a carry, I can carry you through something. Well, that's kind of where I'm reverting.
It's a bit of money if I could play it rested.
It is, but the time value is just not there. You're better off doing a 13
no, not right now. I'm not strong enough. Yeah.
No, I don't even mean that. I mean, you're better. Like I don't know if you watched that video that I made, but when I was like a month or 2 months ago, I said why 1580 was basically a waste. And in the middle of the video, doing all the time evaluations and cost evaluations, I realized that Chaos Dungeons dwarfs Guardian raids so hard for the return value versus time.
Is a lot of the value shards though?
No, it's all gems.
Oh, gems.
It's like 70% of the gems. So it's just like, so instead of doing a Guardian raid,
that's why
you're better off just going and
don't have much rested.
Because you're better off getting those characters to 1460 or some stupid shit than Especially because grade honors are kind of at a low right now. They're like 12 gold or something.
Yeah, they're low. They're lower than that.
So food for thought in all of that region, right? Like you have plenty of options there. To be fair, but yeah, I think that's worth.
They're
Oh,
15.
they went up.
Yeah, they were like 12 yesterday.
Yeah, because that's just not right. Somebody else pointed something out too, and I'm not going to mention it. But
I thought about buying a bunch of them just in case.
I do it all the time. Whenever something's at I'm bad like that though. Like whenever something's at a low, like in my mind compared to the averages, then I'll grab some. But all right, so let's.
My artist is just 4x3.
No, but that's kind of all you need. And actually, you could easily have. You can tell that you have a lot of dead. You have a high stat, don't you?
It's like 1675.
Oh, it's your book though too. That's kind of it. So see, when you get her to 1540 though, you could potentially grab.
I can just
it'll
be easy to gear it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I just did this. It was the cheapest way to do it. Because when I geared it was a bad time too, because it looked like everyone was trying to.
And here's the thing too. What you said earlier is so true.
Just ran out.
If you do make multiples of the same class, now without the Fion cost, you can literally send your exact same jewelry to the other character.
Exactly.
Yeah, like this is perfect. The stone is probably where people have the most trouble.
Yeah, but you can even, over time, you can get stones now and just send it, and eventually you'll hit. Because you can send stones as well to your ults.
No, I also agree. I just figured that would be the only caveat is that you can't send them.
Yeah, it's the only. You have to get a similar stone to what's on your main.
And tripods, actually. Scratch. But if you're running two characters, Chaos.
That's why I was only going to do it with the new Express, because I imagine they'll give us some tripods. Yeah,
and all the shops too. You got to get up to Kai and go because they're giving us so much free crap. Okay, so we flashed her. Go to the gunslinger now.
So I have a decent amount of shards on here, and she's already 1520.
Because really, we're trying to just show your perspective. So, all right, let's talk about some of the challenges. What we did in the other video was we talked about the things that you faced in the last couple of months that have made it difficult. And then I would also like to add to that, in addition to what's been difficult for you, what are your goals moving forward? And if you don't have any, we can always work on that.
That's kind of what I'm struggling. Like, I kind of have it figured out, but I don't have like any.
We'll circle back then. We'll circle back. So what were some of the challenges that you faced then? We'll start there.
My biggest challenges right now are finding the motivation to do horizontal content.
You and everybody else. Actually, can you flash that? That's actually, I'm happy that you said that. Can you hit N?
Is it N? Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. The 70%ers are the ones you want to go for sure.
Oh, the 70, I did anything with 70%, I think I need it for skill points. Yeah.
Just a heads up though, if you do 70% across the board, it actually will help you in other regions of the game. Yeah. So this is going to be a bragging moment for me, which I know a lot of people hate when they watch this, but back in the day, my other friends and me, now it doesn't matter because we're all there, but I was actually ahead of a lot of my friends when it came to horizontal content because I understood that if I get these masterpieces, it'll give me this stuff, which will help. Which will help. No, it's okay. Which will help my hi puppy, but it will help my my giant hearts. And if I get the giant hearts, it'll help my Makokos, and my Makokos will help this, and then this will help that. So like that's all BS. But basically, they're all kind of intertwined, and the more of them you do of one, the more it helps of the other. So what I'm saying basically is like doing up to 70% in all of your adventure tomb will help you with rapport, and then if you get the rapport, it'll help you get items from them like cards and things and giant hearts and etc. You see where I'm going with this? So they kind of intertwine them very well, and if you understand that like network, that it'll move a little faster. I know that's probably not making you any more happy about it, but I would go for the 70% in the adventure tombs. That's definitely, it's not that bad. It was like 6 hours, I think, one day I had to spend to do it all.
Yeah. And another, again, I think I have like giant hearts. I'm not missing that many skill points anymore, but a couple reputation ones and Ignia tokens.
And the Ignia token one's far away.
Yeah, I'm not touching. I don't care. I don't want it.
That's gonna be a hard one to get.
I'm leaving it there. There's
a good chance that the system gets made easier at some point in the future too.
Yeah, hopefully they just change it to 1.
All right, so let's go to your collectibles. I think it's adventure.
Oh, adventure tome. Yeah.
No, bottom. Oh yeah, I guess you could do it like that. I never really thought about that. I love that. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to show this. We're going to...
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad, and I'm going to show it, but I mean, we're not...
But I got 6 Omnium stars, come on.
I'm not going to go through it with you. That's impressive, though. The Omnium stars is important, because you get the...
And I have 10 giant hearts. Anything for skill points, I'm pretty close to done.
Sorry, I
Except
just
the
sneezed.
except the 6 on the Ignia tokens. Or the 8, I don't know how many it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
those are
that's too
tough.
much for me.
Those are tough. Overtime. Just keep saying overtime. That's all. That
Yeah,
Bifrost key is so clutch, though. Like, it really is.
over time, surely I'll do the rapport.
Is that Ronald McDonald? Can you zoom in
Yeah,
on
he's
him?
here every day.
I mean, that's probably my favorite cosplay I've seen. You can't beat that.
No, he's pretty strong.
He is pretty
Except he's
strong,
playing,
too, but I mean,
except he's
that's
playing
cool.
Gravity Train.
I don't
But
even
he's playing.
care. Can you check a stone for me?
Yeah, 7
Yeah,
for him.
because I'm actually doing video. I'm happy that you said that. I'm actually doing video on that, too, so... But alright, get off his screen. I don't want to spoil his thing. I'm gonna make Burger King guy now. But the alright, so let's go to your last character, which would be
Bard.
now is the bard completely done, or are you thinking because of the support concept that it would be worth it to get her to a point?
I think I might play it because I geared it already, for the most part.
And it's not bad. It's not a bad character. Of the 3 supports, she's got the highest potential, I think, but the lowest like happy medium.
Yeah.
And we'll cut this soon because it's been 20 minutes.
I haven't played it.
Things.
Yeah, I haven't played it too much. Like, I don't even have the full relic set on it.
So let's talk about your goals now, though. Too. While we're doing this, we'll use the time now to talk about both because I don't want to make it too long. Although I have like 40-minute videos, so I don't think people like those videos though. But you see, if I had somebody like if I was talking to somebody like you for 40 minutes, I don't think they'd mind as much because it's a conversation rather than me blasting at the camera, right? And I think that's part of the problem is that if I had a group of people always and I was just talking and we were all just chatting like a podcast setting, then it wouldn't be as bad because they hear the interaction and it makes them feel more included. But when I'm just screaming at the camera, it's like their dad telling them to do their chores. That was the loudest can open ever.
That wasn't even me.
Like the perfect chip crunch. So you don't have gems on her, though?
No. This just kind of sits here. I don't play her very much right now, so I didn't worry about it yet.
Without the betrayal set, too, it'd be really hard to do chaos dungeons.
No, chaos dungeon's still not bad on this character. It's only when you get the boss room that it hurts.
Yeah. And that second room altogether, to be fair.
Yeah, so I have to do, like, I think Vicus one more time.
Okay, so flashback to your characters. Either the character screen or just this. And let's talk goals. So, what are you thinking? What do you want for the future? I know we talked a little bit about the Arcanist, so you might be pushing up the second Arcanist just to take advantage of the 2-character concept.
Yeah.
The artist is going to potentially be your highest level, not your main, but your highest level character because of the ease of content.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to push multiple things towards 1540 or just stop them at 1490 kind of thing, or like 1510, I guess, after they get the braille pieces. That's where I was kind of like, I couldn't decide.
So,
if I want to just like start pushing things towards current content, which I know 1540 technically is, but not for long.
2 things. One, that's a bad way to look at that, and that's actually my biggest pet peeve with the community. And the only reason it is because I actually said something in a video a long time ago, and I was basically trying to tell the whole community, like, because of the way the game works, you're always doing 2 to 3 pieces of your content guaranteed for a long period of time because of the way it's set up. So at the time,
I know it'll be new to me. I know that. Like, I wasn't like.
I don't even mean that. At the time, I was talking about Brashaza in that video, and there was a kid in the comment section that actually I might even flash it on screen. There was a kid in the comment section that said, "But we don't want to be doing hard brawl for the next 5 months to a year." Joke's on you. You're still doing hard brawl. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So because it's the third. Even when a con comes out, you're still going to be doing hard brawl. Why? Because it's the third piece of content backwards. That's a good way to explain that. So why I'm saying this is that yes, you won't technically be on the newest content, which is i.e. a con, but you'll be on the second newest content. Like it's not okay.
Yeah, so, no, it's not. I wasn't like pressed about it or anything.
No, I know. I'm just clarifying. That's all. And then two, what I would say was that this is conflicting because You're in a place that I was in when I got towards Clown, when Clown got released, where I had one character super juiced and high leveled, or not juiced, but like higher level, because I could only do that. That was all I could obtain. And I would argue that you're actually in the same place. And there's a lot of people that if they watch this, they're going to hate me for telling you to do this. But I told you to do the thing with the 1460s. It's clearly worked out because we got the silver buff for 1490, right? So that worked out. So hopefully this works out too.
I was just gonna, because we'll eventually get to 1540, like the thing that Korea has, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. You might know more.
Are they free to 1540? I thought they were free to 1540, like no gold cost, but maybe I'm wrong.
You might know more than me in that regard.
Okay.
I've been very busy lately. Like right now, if you saw me, I have like bags on my eyes. But I gotta get shit done. I don't have a choice, right? But why I'm saying this is this is terrifying to say this, but if you have the resources, I would actually start pushing some of those crappier secondary, low-paying / chaos slave characters. Exactly, just to get the gem increase. I think at 1460, I'm actually doing math in a video right now because that kid was like, you can't compare.
Well, they like have shards and stuff, like this guy definitely does.
I don't know what the range would be, but there's value in them, and I think 1460 is like 2 level 3s, which is almost a 4, sometimes a level 4 pops. So I would try to get them to that 60 range. Not so you can do the raids. I mean, paying for the buses to get the material set will increase your speed of completion on chaoses, but gems are going up. I think that there's value in doing it because it's silver, and in your specific situation, because you do have the excessive 5 characters beyond your 6, I would put all of your energy into the artist, trying to get caught up to the current content, because I know that's what you really want. You really want to be kind of more where we're at. So I'd put a lot of love into her. Like if you flash your roster storage again, I would take some of that stuff and maybe just start kind of dumping it into her, sell those 2 level 7s, start trying to get her to 1540 ASAP, because the faster you get to 1540, the faster you can start getting the set. Or actually, that's even bad advice now that I think about it, because we're getting that.
I was gonna go towards 1540 on her, but I don't even have the, like, I need the ancient weapon still, and that's like 2 weeks away.
And we're also getting the express mission soon.
Yeah.
1 and 2. I was gonna tell you to try to push towards a con, but I'm thinking about it out loud. I'm like, no, you're at least still a month or 2.
I literally can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're at least a month or 2 away from that minimum.
Shards are big. Like, it's a lot of shards.
So I can't get that as a recommendation. It would be stupid, right? So instead, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try to increase your bottom production, is what I'm going to call it. I have to start finding ways to word this that is teachable. Your second half production is what we're going to increase. It's the lower end of your account, but it will actually, I think, in your position, benefit you the most. And then while you're doing that, and if you don't like this, of course, don't do it, right?
Yeah.
But while you're doing that, while you're getting these 1370s and stuff up to just a range like 1460 or something, or at least whatever dungeon, 1445 actually. I actually think 1445 is where you should push them. Not even 60. While you're doing that, scroll back up. I would say that you could probably start focusing a little bit on the gunslinger and the arcanist, in the sense that you're getting them to 20, kind of like the artist. Not like overdoing it, still respecting the ratio. Yeah. Maybe push the bard up, because I do know it's one of your main gold. You want to increase your gold. So what I'm basically saying is we're trying to increase your bottom half of your resource production, and we're going to try to increase your top half of gold production. So the goal should be to try to get, if you can get the sharpshooter into content already, then you're good. If you can get at least one, right? So, and now the bard, I think the bard has a better chance of all your characters there, for the same reason the artist, if you can get her to that threshold, 1540-ish, of being able to maximize your gold production out of at least 2 characters, so to say. So if you don't like her, I'm sorry, that sucks. And if you don't want to do that, that also sucks. But any of those characters can fall in that same category, as long as you're not getting gatekept. Goal here, main goals here, increase your bottom half resource production via chaos dungeons with the 5 or 6 secondaries. And the top half, we want to try to get you secured gold. We want to try to get you your... There's this guy that came out with a video recently that talked about how the raids are 30% of your gold income and chaos dungeons are 40%. So what I'm doing is I'm helping you increase your second half 40%. And then we also want to increase your top half 30%. So we want you to get a couple of those characters to a point where you can consistently do your fucking raids. Even if you're doing Vaulted and Vicus, I don't give a shit. You can do Vault and Vicus as long as you're getting gold from it and you're not getting gate capped. So if they're already in that range, then I guess that's fine. But you can, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Could you reiterate it back to me in your own words so I understand that you did get it?
Yeah, you want me to push these characters up to increase the Chaos Dungeon gold, the gems, increase like my material gain through the weeks, and then you wanted me to increase the gold value that I'm getting from my main 6 characters. So you'd want me to push up Bard and make sure that everything's like this main 6 characters are capable of getting into like 3 pieces of content a week.
At least 2.
Just to increase like gold flow, yeah.
Because that's really when we
this
first
one probably won't be able to for long. But
when we first talked, your account's problem was that of most new players. It wasn't gold, because gold isn't really needed as much at the beginning of your account. It's silver. So I had you doing Chaos Dungeons. But now you're approaching that happy medium where you really kind of need the gold to gear these characters, otherwise you're going to get stuck everywhere.
Yeah.
So we do need to increase your top half, but the problem with increasing your top half is that you need to buy Fions and just an excessive amount of shit.
Fions is...
So by getting you the gold from gem selling at the lower half, we should be able to make up for that gap at the top, so to say. You're looking at an easy month.
Do you think I actually need level 7s?
Before we get to that, you're looking at easily a month. We'll cap off the goal. You're looking at easily a month to 2 months of grinding. I'm not going to pretend. Like, you definitely have.
Yeah.
Okay. And
after I looked at the calculator with the shards, I was like, yep, I got a ways to go.
Use this new pass on an existing character. Please do not use it on an
I was
Aeromancer.
going to. Okay. I was going to do on the barge, the machinist, or another arcana. I hadn't fully decided.
And if you want an Aeromancer, again, you can always go back later when it's easier.
I was going to, what I was going to do is just power pass it. Because, like, I don't need to power pass these ones.
Exactly. Always try to use the power passes. They're free. So, with that being said, you asked, when do I think level 7s are required?
Yeah.
So gatekeeping wise, ASAP. But
I know.
realistically, I would argue you could do normal Brel at level 5s. I would argue that you could do.
I know I can. Yeah.
Even hard Brel, I would argue 5s in a couple damage 7s is where you should start getting a couple of them. By the time you get to Kyangel, I'm getting away with shit that I shouldn't be right now, if I'm being honest.
That's full level 7s to probably get in.
Full level 7s, yeah. And then so on and so forth. I mean, they're denying people with in hard mode Kyangel, like if you don't have like 10s.
Oh, that's
9s.
like some 9s and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm doing it with 7s and shit. The reality is if you're a player that knows your shit, like you can compete with these kids because they suck. And I'm just gonna say it like it is. Like you can have the car and not know how to drive it.
My sharpshooter did 30% over like some 1580 guy in vault, and I was really confused.
That's gross. That's it. Well, we know why he's doing vaulting. But I hope it wasn't me. But but yeah. So I will say that what's needed and what's expected is different, right? Let's make that difference right there. Is that what's needed actually?
7s are more expected than needed.
Exactly. So I would start by normal Kyangel, trying to focus up all 7s if you can. By a con, you guaranteed need at least 7s, but I gotta be real with you, the gatekeeping on hard mode Kyangel, I can't. I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm actually nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I am. I'm very nervous because I don't, mathematically, I've done the math a couple times, I'm not gonna have level 9s on all my characters.
You better stop selling those gems.
I can't. Not yet. Not yet. I would rather sacrifice a con week 1 through 5. And because I've done that on other releases, I'd rather sacrifice a con week 1 through 5 to have all of my characters doing the new Chaos Dungeon and getting new mats and selling those mats at the premium. And then when they drop, I'll buy the mats and then catch up. You see where I'm going with this?
It's going to be a lot of money when it comes out. Yeah.
Exactly. I think this is going to be one of the biggest spikes we've ever seen, actually. Because, again, I'm making another video on it, but I just talked to somebody about something, and they made me realize, like, what we're entering into is different than what we've entered into.
You should start stockpiling the life skill mats.
There's videos on that. I'm not a life skiller.
You don't have to. You just buy them. They were pretty cheap a couple days ago.
You could just buy them. I should.
Buy them.
I'm not gonna deny it.
Craft the new thing.
I'm not gonna deny it. I'm stuck in motions at the moment of moving forward with what I'm trying to do. As soon as I get the 1580 on the Death Blade, then I'm fine, and then I'll stop and I'll probably start focusing on shit. But I'm running out of time, so I have to do it quick. But okay, we're at like 32 minutes. Do you have any other questions? Do you feel confident in what you're doing moving forward? And if you could, just one more time, you get it, right? Like, why are you pushing that second half of characters?
Just to increase production of everything, pretty much. It'll increase my gold flow, and that's pretty much it. It'll increase gold flow in comparison to having to push my main characters.
It's easier for you to, right now, in the current state, push your lower half, which will increase your gold, allowing you to get your second half up to increase your overall cap off gold kind of thing. That's basically it. The lower half is obtainable ASAP and immediately without anybody gatekeeping you, and then that'll allow you to basically gear those higher characters, which will then stop you from being gatekept to then increase your gold flow at the top.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Do you have any other questions? Do you have anything else that you would want to add to the video beforehand? Are you happy with your progress? I guess that's the biggest factor because you're still playing. You didn't quit.
I think I've progressed pretty well. I think it was just like It's just a big jump right now if you're like somewhat new to be able to like, because it doesn't even look like obtainable goals to get where some people are because they've been playing the whole time. So like shards is a big gatekeeper for pushing characters
And time
excessively.
really is the only way
Yeah,
to get that.
so that's time. Yeah.
I mean, actually, could you look at your storage real quick?
1 second. Yeah.
I love that you're doing this. I haven't done this in so long.
I have to. I need.
No,
I need
listen, I
deep dive
respect
18.
it. I respect it.
At least it's storage.
Just because I want to see something. We're going to do some rough math.
Oh, there's more over here.
So I want you to hover over the honor shard. Every honor shard when you have, just for a second so I can look at it. So it's 5 times 15. So I'm actually going to pull a calculator up and I'm going to do some math on screen while you do this. So give me a second. Because I just want to see something. So it was 11 times 5, I think. They were the 5K bags.
Yeah, this is also 5, so 11 times, 15 times 5.
So it's 1,000 times 5 because there's 5 in each one times 11.
There's more up here. I don't think I've claimed yet either. Somewhere.
Show me all of the ones you have. Basically, because I just want to kind of see what you're sitting on.
I think that might be it for shards.
Did you only have the 11 boxes? That was it?
There's 15 of them. There's 4 right here. But and then I'll get more next week. And I was checking in here to see if I hadn't claimed any.
So 5,000 times 15. Okay, so you got about 75,000. You do have some shards in there. Why don't you claim those? Unless you don't want to. Unless you're enjoying the.
I just kind of leave it here till I need it usually, but I can get it.
No. Oh, we can just go look at it. You could have just went view all rewards. We could have totally just looked at it.
It was 8,000. Like it was 1,500 times 8 is what it was. Is this?
Okay, so plus 8K. So you got about 83,000 honor shards. You're not wrong.
Not a lot.
No, it's not. It's really not.
I've already done that.
Can we go take a look at a couple of your Legion Commander shops and stuff, though?
Yeah, I haven't touched like the tokens. I haven't touched them
at all.
No, I left them there till I was gonna need them.
Okay, so that's another 150,000 easily.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just add that to the top of this, and you're probably gonna get a really juicy thing with this next pass. So you get about 233,000, assuming you haven't actually touched any of them.
No, I haven't picked them up.
So you got about another 233,000. I would argue that actually is enough to get yourself to the 1540 range.
I know I can get the 1540. It was past that where the shards are scary.
Okay. So you're worried about getting the 2 million shards you need to get to 15.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. No, this is good though. This is really good.
I looked at the calculator, so like I know I can get to 1540 on my characters. Like through.
She definitely can.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, that's why I remember we had that conversation.
The other ones are close. Like everything has like 200k plus shards at least, and that's after I already honed some on like. This is 1505. I honed some of it on the Arcana already. So like I haven't.
You haven't touched this one. Yeah, that's 75,000 a piece.
Touch this one.
Yep. Okay. So you. With this, honestly, it sucks. We should have probably done this after the update, but maybe we'll just do another video after the update and we'll talk about it. But yeah, you're actually in a pretty good spot. You're in a better spot than you think you are. I think by the end of this update that we're about to get, the one in the con, you'll be able to have 3 1540s or higher. If you pick the right 1540s, you'll be able to actually do your content too, i.e. the Bard. You gotta. The Bard might be the furthest behind, but you got to find a way to put her up. Or second artist with the power pass, to be honest. But
no, I'll probably just. I don't want to spend it anymore.
Okay, well then don't do that. Then maybe
just do the Bard. The Bard's geared. It's fine. I would just, and I don't even technically have gems to transfer to another artist because it's event gems, so it'd be fine.
True. Level 5s are cheap too. You could easily get a bunch of level 5s.
Oh, see, my tripod sold.
I didn't know people bought. I mean, I buy them, I guess sometimes. So that's gold. I mean, maybe I should be doing it. But yeah, no, I mean that's it. I don't really have much more to talk about. We did just make this 40-minute. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to upload it, raw footage. But, yeah, I like that. I do. I think that you made quite a bit of progress. I don't remember what it was, but, I mean, I'm going to look at it later, so I will see. And,
yeah, I'm not sure. I know it wasn't. Oh, this one's cheap.
That's a good question. How far have your tripods progressed on your characters? Do you have any 5s?
I have some 5s. Most things are 4.
From the free tripod.
Because I don't buy anything. Yeah. But I know my Arcana definitely has some
Is
fives.
there a reason you're not doing your dailies? Only because Una dailies are actually a lot of your
Una's dailies,
resources.
I just get lazy with.
Okay, just the honor shard. If you can find easy honor shard
Should I do?
ones, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
should I
yeah.
do? Are they worth it?
So again, I have a video back when I don't remember what the math was, but let's just break it up into percents. Chaos dungeons was like 60-70% of your honor shard production. Raids
Yeah.
was like 10 to 20% if you buy the chest. But Una's was like, if I forget what it was, but if you produce like 1,000,000 shards in chaos dungeons in a year, Una's were like 400,000. So
Oh,
like,
damn.
yeah, it's a lot. It actually is a lot because it's a daily and it can be rested, so it allows you to take advantage of that. But
Yeah, I'll have to look into this.
definitely, there's a lot of good videos with the data already too, so you don't necessarily need to go watch my long ass video. But yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna end this off. Thanks guys for tuning in. Sorry it was a 40-minute video, but JB just wouldn't stop talking. I don't know what to tell you.